Hello my friends, Brian Richards here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you a trick that I'm pretty sure I'm going to receive death threats from many professional magicians. Seriously, that's why I've had to up my security. That's the risk I'm willing to take in order to teach you, my wonderful subscribers, this amazing magic trick. I hope you appreciate it. Well, anyway, I think it's time to get into today's tutorial. Check this out. I have a prediction. A number is written on this piece of paper. Not going to tell you what it is just yet. It's a mystery. You'll have to be patient. Patience is a virtue, my friend. We're going to take this packet. I'm going to shuffle them into two piles. And when we get to the end, I'm going to invite you. We can either put this pile on top of here or this pile on top of here. What's your preference? That one on top of there. Excellent. Okay, we'll do this again. Shuffle them into two piles so that way they are totally being shuffled and it's a total random choice. You want this on top of here or this on top of here? This on top of there. Excellent. All right, we'll do this. Want to do this one more time? We can do this as many times as you want. It really doesn't matter. This on top of here. Okay, excellent. Now that we've done this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pairs by taking a bottom card and a top card. And I'm going to go through doing this, and you can say stop whenever you want, and we're going to see which pair ultimately you end up with. Stop. Right here with these two. Are you sure? Okay. Well, here's what's really crazy. You could have stopped at any of these cards, but ultimately you stopped at these two. What we're going to do is we're going to take the value of these two cards, we're going to add them together. And whatever the value is, we're just going to see what that is. Now remember, an ace is worth 1, and jack is worth 11, queen is worth 12. So let's see here. We have a 4 and a 9. So 4 plus 9 is what? 13. Now my friends, believe it or not, I knew you were going to stop at these two cards. And I knew, ultimately, that the value of the two cards was going to be lucky 13. All right, so amazing trick. I'm going to get into the explanation of how to do that trick. But before I do, I really want to encourage you to check out the Pop-Eyed Popper deck. People often ask me, Brian, if you were to choose a trick deck of cards that would be really good for me or for the magic enthusiasts in my family, what would you recommend? It would be the Pop-Eyed Popper deck. This is an amazing deck of cards that you can do a lot of different tricks with. But with this deck of cards, there really are several amazing, incredible tricks that you can perform. And what's really cool is I've created a video tutorial. Check out the Pop-Eyed Popper deck. Be sure to buy a deck today, and you'll get a private link to that video as well that will teach you some really cool ways of using that deck of cards. But let's get into today's explanation, okay? So for this, you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to write 13. It's always going to be 13, fold it up, fold it up, fold it up, so that the number cannot be seen unless you're like Superman. Now, you're also going to need a small packet of cards, and you're going to need to put ace to queen in perfect order. I usually use different ones from different suits, so I just put them in order randomly. I put ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's see here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen. Now you don't need a king, so you're just going to do ace to queen in perfect order, okay? Once you've done that and you've got your prediction, you're all set and ready to perform this trick. You explain that you've written a number here. You don't say what it is just yet. It's a mystery. We'll put it over here for now. And then you're going to do exactly what I did in the explanation. You're going to go back and forth, making two piles, and then you're going to give them a choice. They can put this pile on top of here, this pile on top of here. So we'll just say they put that pile on top of there. You do this as many times as they want. You can do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times. It doesn't really matter. It seems like you're randomly shuffling up those cards, but again, this is going to work out. It just works out mathematically. Let's say they say put this pile on top of there. Okay. Now after however many times, when they're satisfied, what you're going to do is you're going to take a card from the bottom and from the top. Now here's what's amazing. As you do this, every pair is going to add up to 13. So check this out. Look, we have what? What do we have? We have a 10 and we have a 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. Or if they stop at the next pair, look, we have, of course, a jack is worth 11 and 2. That's also 13. Maybe they're going to stop right here at this grouping, which is an 8 and a 5. That adds up to 13. But let's say they stop at this one, this pair right here. They say stop. What you do is you put it aside and you get rid of the rest of the cards. Now, I like to show these and spread them and say you could have chosen any one of these. And then when I put them back together again, I kind of interweave the cards. The reason I do that is because at the end of this trick, I don't want them going back and looking at each cards next to each other and maybe figuring out, hey, they all add up to 13 in their little groupings. So by me showing them like this and then bringing them together and kind of interweaving the cards, I'm in many ways kind of destroying the evidence. But that leaves us with these two. Now, I knew you were going to stop at these two. We're going to take the value. We're going to add them together. An ace is worth 1. Jack is worth 11. Queen is worth 12. We have an ace and we have a queen. Ooh, 12 plus 1 is what? 13. Like I said, I knew you were going to stop at these two, and I wanted to prove it to you. I made a prediction. Check it out. I wrote here, the lucky number 13. Pretty cool, right? Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that trick. And if you did, do hit like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Over here, you will actually see a video you may want to click on. But seriously, I think I hear someone knocking at the door, and I'm a little nervous that it's one of David Copperfield's henchmen.